So a Ferrari was stolen after a car show, but it was recovered not because of the vehicle's tracking system, because a criminal had disabled that, but because of AirPods that were left inside the car.
Heck yeah.
Right. So on September 16th, the vehicle, a Ferrari 812 GTS, was stolen from Greenwich, Connecticut. Now, allegedly, according to my source, the thieves had followed this guy home after the Bridge Hamptons event, which is a very well-known supercar curated collector car event. And obviously, this is no fault of the event itself. This is just something that happened as a result. It's a highly publicized event. All these crazy cars are there. Well, apparently, at least one car had people follow it home, essentially case these cars and steal them. And while there may have been other cars stolen, we cannot confirm this. The Ferrari was the one that was written about, and we're referencing the Road and Track article here. 2023 812 GTS worth approximately $575,000. I love how they say alleged theft, because of course criminals in this world are innocent until proven guilty, which they should be, but the facts are right here in front of us.
There's a lot of stuff.
The car was taken.
It was found in somebody else's possession, that it wasn't theirs, and things were a little...
Right. And the person has a history of grand theft, and, he ran from the cops, and, but it's still alleged, right, until he's charged and convicted. But anyway.
I got to say, though, he's got good taste. This is a gorgeous green 812.
Ah, yes.
I love making it. I think green is great again. I think we have succeeded.
That's right. That was actually done. The Make Green Great Again campaign was started by an employee of DK Engineering in the UK. And that was like a side hustle of his, was just like making this page and making the hashtag and the term a thing. So it worked. We all love Make Green Great Again. Well, the owner of this car wanted to make green appear in his garage again, but the thief had other intentions. I'm sorry, the alleged thief, 22-year-old Dion Shanton of Waterbury, was known to members of the department's auto theft task force, who pulled up next to the Ferrari at a gas station in an unmarked police cruiser. Upon noticing the officers, police said Shanton drove the Ferrari into the cop car, then climbed out of the car and made a break for it. His own power.
It's my favorite line in the entire article. Under his own power with his legs.
Significantly less power than the Ferrari. Yes. But apparently more effective, because it took them another 10 days to catch him.
Oh my goodness.
So he was probably a little bit less conspicuous than a green 812 GTS. But anyway, according to my sources plus the article, they had cased this owner, followed him home, stolen the car after this event, and then there was some sort of GPS tracking device in the car, but the thieves disabled it, the alleged thieves, but he remembered that he had his Apple earpods, whatever they're called AirPods.
Yes.
Which, if you say it with a southern accent, it would be AirPods.
Yeah, a little bit.
He left them in there, and so he was able to use the Find My iPhone little app thingamajigger. You could tell that I'm a dinosaur here. I don't know how these
really
things
up
work.
and up on all this technology stuff the kids got.
Yes. And was able to provide that to the police, and they were able to track the car down using his AirPods.
I have heard of people using AirTags, and I think Android has their own kind of thing coming out that is the similar thing. It's like a little puck you can put in things, so that if they're, you have to keep them charged, they have batteries, but then if your car gets stolen, it is a very simple, find my thing. And you can chuck it somewhere in the car where nobody's going to find it if they're trying to steal it.
Sure.
Have you ever thought about doing this?
I've thought about it. Yes, actually, I've thought about it more for my wallet and my bag and things, because I'm always losing them and I'm always moving from car to car. So I would like to just know where my stuff is. It's never been stolen, but my wife is always getting on my case for just you need a stinking AirTag in your wallet. I'm like, but it only works if it's near another iPhone or a wireless network and it pings it. It's not like it's actually a GPS device that's going off the satellites where I just know where it is. So if it hasn't been near a network recently, then it's no use. But I don't know. I need
You
like
could just walk around holding
them.
your phone up to each one of your cars, which one you left your wallet in.
Yes, that is true. And my garage door opener and my, OBD scanner and my Easy Pass and. So yeah, it's if I ever lose my go bag, I'm totally screwed. But anyway, it took them 10 days for them to arrest this person. And he had the perp had stolen another car, 2023 Acura TLX, and his reported accomplice also had an open arrest warrant for an investigation involving a stolen S8. So obviously, no surprise to anybody here. This is likely a crime ring. They're stealing cars on the regular. In fact, suggested articles from this article are Ferrari thieves elude police for 1,200 miles. 4 Ferraris stolen from New York Service Center, which was Ferrari of Long Island, my buddy's dealership. He told me all about that. Like, this is a constant issue for car dealers and collector car owners alike. In fact, recently there was a Ford Raptor R stolen by a transporter. It was essentially a fake transporter that had stolen the dispatch information for a Raptor R to be picked up at a dealership. They picked it up. 2 hours later, the actual transporter shows up for the car. The dealership realized it was stolen. The thieves had once again disabled the primary GPS tracking device that they knew was in the car, but the dealership was able to contact Ford and use their buried integrated tracking device, but the manufacturer could track it for them. So they were able to recover the Raptor R by this secondary tracking device. And this is a constant issue for people with collector cars, especially with rental companies, because they need to be able to track these cars when they're stolen, or else they're gone forever.
Well, and I love that this Shotton fellow left his iPhone in the car. That was part of the police being able to help find him. So it says, according to the arrest warrant, the iPhone was then linked to Shotton and reportedly contained text messages and social media posts showing pictures of the inside of the Ferrari. So Apple devices abound on every side.
I'm sorry. Social media posts bragging about the Ferrari you've stolen. That's just idiotic.
We never said that we never alleged that this person was very intelligent.
They had to be smart enough to steal a Ferrari 812 and to disable the GPS tracking device.
There's got to be like a WikiHow out there at this point how to do that, though, right?
Couldn't you, if you're near a network, right, like a Bluetooth network, if you're on an iPhone, wouldn't you then be able to think like, oh, well, maybe they left something like an AirTag in this car? Can you pull that up?
I do not know. I'm an Android guy.
Bluetooth wireless devices. I think that you would be able to, and then you'd think, okay, well, there's another device in this car. I've got to find it and remove it so they can't track me.
I guess you might have to put the AirPods into pairing mode to find them. I don't know if you'd be able to see them unless they were like accepting pairing. I don't actually know that for a fact, though.
I just find it funny that he couldn't help posting on social media that from inside the Ferrari that he was stolen, right? Like, whatever happened to run silent, run deep for car thieves? Or is that just for cannonballers? Like, that's just dumb.
Look, Nick Cage from Gone in 60 Seconds would be so, what's his, I don't remember his character's name. He'd be so disappointed.
Anyway, so the Ferrari was recovered. It only had slight damage in the impact and was still drivable. So, the value will forever be scarred because, it's a rare custom spec Ferrari that is now no longer original paint and has a theft recovery on Carfax. So, of course, extreme resale damage for that owner. But as much as I jest, it is a terrible situation. We're glad the car got recovered. Nobody wants to have their car stolen, not only for the damage of the physical property, but just for the feeling of being violated because somebody came in your space and took your stuff. So we're glad that they recovered it, and we hope that the alleged thief will be brought to justice and probably serve like 1.5 years in jail and then be out stealing more Ferraris.
And Doug, I think that brings us to our props and flops, brought to you always by Switch Cars. Switch Cars is the enthusiast dealership where we buy, sell, and consign only cars that we like ourselves. Check out our handpicked inventory at switchcars.com and mention Switchcast for special pricing. Find more information at switchcars.com or come visit our showroom in beautiful but rainy this week, Twinsburg, Ohio.
Hail and snow.
Yeah, it hailed today. It was wild. Doug, what's our pick of the week?
Our pick of the week is a 2008 BMW E92 M3. We have 5 of them currently.
Whoa. Is this the red one, though?
One of the white ones, yeah. I think I don't even remember what colors every one of them are. But it is a 2008 with just 20,000 miles. It might actually be a 2013. I can't remember which one is the 13. But anyway, 20,000 miles. It is Alpine white with Fox red extended leather. Ooh. The DCT transmission, which will lose some of you, but I actually prefer it on that car over the manual. Just saying. Super clean example, as it should be, with just 20,000 miles on it. So check it out on switchcars.com. Our flop of the week. The new Mustang GTD, the $350,000 race car for the street engineered by Multimatic. Well, if the specs and horsepower and amazing engineering of this car wasn't enough for you to think it's amazing, well, if you need that extra touch of exclusivity and bragging rights when people come over to your garage mahal, you can get the lockout paint option.
Tell us, Doug, what is a lockout paint option?
It's the most childish thing ever. It's, I want it and I don't want anyone else to have it. It is, quote unquote, the exclusive extended color palette lockout option. That's right. For an additional premium above the premium for the exclusive extended color palette option, buyers can guarantee that their color won't be chosen by anyone else.
So does this mean that Ford is building up an elite squad of people that will go to body shops and tell them, no, if they try to repaint one of these things, one of these colors?
Listen.
This is absurd.
Nobody's going to a body shop with a GTD because they're not going to drive them, even though Ford wants all the buyers to drive them. Because if they got the one-of-one paint option, they're just going to keep it in their garage. Now, granted, there are thousands of colors already in this exclusive extended color palette. So unless they're planning on making like 10,000 GTDs, the odds of someone else picking your color are pretty darn slim already.
My guess is, I don't know, I don't even need to guess. It's dumb. I think the fact that this car exists is so exciting. This sounds like somebody in marketing just got excited and wanted to like pander to the billionaires that want these.
Executives at Porsche are going, why didn't we think of this?
Scheisse!
Our prop of the week, I think, I'm still not sure how I feel about this, but, it happened. So, according to all the people that vetted the data, it happened. Solo Cannonball record, so that's a one person by themselves, not one individual car. Solo Cannonball record has been reset. It was previously 27 hours, 54 minutes, set during the early days of the COVID lockdown, so there was some advantage there. I don't believe in the asterisk, but there was certainly an advantage. That has been reset at 27 hours and 16 minutes. We talked last week about whether or not the Cannonball record could be beaten, the overall record, which is at 25:39, and the fact that since 2020, there have been no runs sub 30 hours. So this smokes every single attempt since 2020 by a decent margin. It was also a diesel powered vehicle, so it would be the diesel record. Honestly, I think the guy is basically just the luckiest guy on the planet. He did not have hardly any prep, no countermeasures other than a radar detector and laser jammer, to go across the country at those speeds and not get arrested or have anything go wrong is, that seems like a whole lot of luck.
That is insanity. But I guess props to this guy for making it happen.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us for Switchcast with Doug Tabbitt and Tyler Sanders, produced by Ethan Huffnagel. Switchcast is an automotive entertainment and opinion show, and nothing we say should be taken very seriously. We do not give tax, investment, legal, emotional, or professional advice, and the only licenses we hold are driver's licenses. The opinions expressed on this show are exclusively held by the people pontificating at that moment and do not reflect the values of our producers or sponsors. Our theme music is provided by Emily and Ivory. You can stream their full album on Spotify or SoundCloud. If you like this show, you can stream it in its entirety on your favorite audio podcast platform. Check out switchcast.live for more info.